Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? It's me, Paddy, and I'm not sure whether this will be the second one on Thursday or the first one on Friday, but here we go anyway. You've seen by the title what it is. It's my armchair kit for keeping my knives in good condition. As in the end of the night, I've always said it. I strop my knives every night, whether I've used them or not normally, but specifically if I have used them, they'll definitely get a sharpen, but not a sharpen as in I'm going to get my stones out and all. It's usually a strop or a bit of ceramic and then a strop. That's what usually happens because I very rarely blunt knives. Now, if you're like me, I believe I have the perfect little kit in here that you can sit by your chair. If you're going away for a weekend, throw it in your bag. You're not having to look for anything. There's enough in here to keep your knife lubricated, sharp, and just ready for use. So I've done the review of this little thing, and yes, this is a fantastic tool. It really is. And I have no faults with it. You can throw this in your pack, but I have a few other things that I would want to be in my pack as well. So I'm going to have to put this in a bag with other things to make up a full sharpening kit or knife maintenance kit. Now, as you know, I'm a bit of a budget guy when it comes to things. If I can do it on a budget, I'll do it. This is very much so on a budget. This only costs about 36 quid. I think it's 36 quid or something like that. This would probably cost about 25, maybe 25 to 30. So it's going to be a little bit cheaper than that. I'm just repurposing an old pouch. This is an Olite pouch. It's foam, it's hard. It's just the perfect little pouch. It's the perfect size if you want to throw it in your go bag. If you're going out for a day and you think you're going to do a bit of work, this will keep your knife sharp. So we'll just get straight into it and I'll show you what it is. I like this pouch because it just opens straight up and I can see everything here. So I'm going to just go through it and show you what I've got. First of all, in the wee mesh pocket here. So, I mean, if you've got flashlights, you've probably got one of these, but a wee mesh pocket, and I have some Smurf poo, and this is the solid form. So we've got Smurf poo there. I have a little eraser, and we'll sort of go through what these are for if you're not sure. I also have a little bottle of KPL, and I have a little cloth. I have my strop, and then I have it's a CC4, Fockniven CC4 sharpening stone. Now these come in a little leather pouch. I just take it out of the leather pouch. I don't need it in it when it's in here. So really handy pouch. Oh, and I always have a little bit of receipt paper in the back because when I sharpen it, I want to make sure it's cutting all the way down the length of the blade. So there you go. That's that sitting there. So first of all, KPL, self-explanatory. Cloth, self-explanatory. Little eraser, you can get the little black rubbers, school type rubbers. This one I just cut the end off. I bought, oh, where is it? Oh, there it is. I bought this from Heine Haynes, I think I bought it. It's a proper eraser for taking the marks off the back of your ceramic stone on here, which is very important. I think people don't realize just how important it is. What this is, when you're using a ceramic stone, this is metal filings that are coming off onto this here. So if you want to keep this in good nick, you've got to keep on top of it. Because if you've got a real black one, you're getting, every stroke is just half as good as if it was clean. So there's no point. So keeping a little rubber about you, and all you do is just this after each use. It literally, how long does that take? Now, when I want to give it a really deep clean, then I use like a powder, like a proper scouring powder you get for cleaning your sinks or whatever, cleaning around your basins or whatever. So I use that as like a powder, and then you just use a scrubby, like a green scrubbing brush that you have in the kitchen for the sink. So that takes most of it off. And then maybe once a month I take it and I give it a real deep clean. But that will give you a much better tool if you do it. On the other side of this CC4, now there's DC3. It has one of these and it has a little diamond file, which it's not great, to be honest. It just the diamonds come off it within about a month of having it. So I go for this one, which is, again, this is smooth sort of ceramic. I like to keep that clean too because it takes filings. You can see that there. It's had filings on it where I sharpened last night. So this Fokniven CC4 is just absolutely fantastic. I love this. And they cost about £20. This is literally a big thick piece of leather that I got. One of my subs had sent me a big chunk of it, so I just cut a little bit off. But if you go to one of these stores, craft stores, they'll probably get, you know, a remnants bin where you can get stacks of leather. This is just the perfect size free strop for sitting at the table at night time and doing your knife. Absolutely. I mean, last night I was using, I was using this last night, and I was eating a steak with it, and it, like, this is Maximate, but I mean, when you're on a Delft plate and you're cutting across it with a steak and you're leaning quite heavy, you're not bothered, you just want to get the steak cut. It will take the edge off, you know, the sharp edge. Now, this could have cut on for ages, but that really sharp edge takes it off. So I literally just, it doesn't matter what size of a knife it is. Once you get used to just putting it on here, light strokes, and it will do any size of a knife. So small is not always bad. So the KPL, let's go to, this is Smurf poo, this is the blue, but you can use green compound, whatever you want. I've actually just gone back to this again. I was using green there for quite a while, but I've gone back to this just to see what it's like. So far, I'm sorry, I used to use this. I used it for years when I first started. Once I found this, I used it for years, and then it was getting quite hard to find. So for whatever reason, I stopped using it. But having the wee cloth is nicer, just to clean your blade. So, I mean, this will do anything, you know, even Maximate. I mean, it literally, you can strop Maximate back. But last night, because I had done that, I'd just done a couple of strokes on here, and Maximate came back, absolutely. And it's just cut your finger sharp. It really is. So I think that's a fantastic little kit. I'll take that out of the way. That's a fantastic little kit. It all fits in this little box here. And we'll just sort of show you again how I do it. Not that everybody's boxes are going to be different, aren't they? It's just, I'm sort of just making a video and padding it out. Boys, give us a break. So I just put all the little small condiments, as I'm going to call them, down in here. And then it's just a matter of putting my little strop in. My little, oh, I could do that all off camera, sorry. Condiments all in the back. The little strop in the front, and then the little CC4, remember CC4, Fokniven CC4, and then I have my cloth. I just set that on top of there, close her up, and that is it. That's everything I need to keep my knife sharp. It can sit anywhere. You don't have to run about, you know, into your knife room or wherever you do your maintenance. This can sit, it sits by my chair because every night I'll use it. And it's a great habit to get into because it saves you having to sharpen. It saves you having to get out diamond stones and sharpen your knife and take blade, you know, take material off it when you're just using like a ceramic and a quick strop. That doesn't take a whole lot off your blade. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that's something. There's two options. This one I think is a full option because you got your oil, you know, for your knife for lubricating it, and you have all the things you need to keep this knife in perfect condition. This is great, but it's just sharpening. Do you know what I mean? This is the little bit extra stuff, and I just really do like that. I have to say, really like it. This again, fantastic. This is the workshop field sharpener, is fantastic, but I would want oil and things like that, so you're going to have to find that in cloths and put it into a bag to do that. This is much more compact and ready to go. Let me know what you think about it down below, or do you have a better option? Do you have something that you use that you feel is better and more compact than this, easy to use? I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear it. But if not, why don't you give it a try and then let me know what you think of it as a sit by your armchair. Armchair sharpening, that's what we'll call it. Armchair sharpening kit. Yes, that's what we'll call it. Paddy's armchair sharpening kit. I like that. Take care. I'm away for a wee cup of tea. Yous are all amazing. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye-bye now.